Can I get a scoop?
Before we get started, here's my disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on Shima K Entertainment YouTube channel are for entertainment purposes only. All commentary is alleged. So sit back, relax, get your cup of tea, your cup of coffee, and just enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself for me.
Can I get a scoop?
Before we get started, here's my disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on Shima K Entertainment YouTube channel are for entertainment purposes only. All commentary is alleged. So sit back, relax, get your cup of tea, your cup of coffee, and just enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself for me. So in today's very first episode of Can I Get a Scoop, we're going to be traveling back in time to the year 1988. We're about to see a side of Brenda Richie that we haven't seen before.
Do you know the story of Brenda Richie?
When Lionel Richie drove his secret mistress home at 2 a.m., he had no idea of the music he was about to face. The composer of some of the world's sexiest songs and the girl who appeared in his Dancing on the Ceiling video didn't know his outraged wife, Brenda, was following them, hell-bent on revenge. Wild with jealousy as her former altar boy husband snuggled up to dancer Diane Alexander, 22, and talked about the family they wanted, a childish Brenda, 35, who has yearned for a baby during their 13-year marriage, seized as she watched them enter the apartment. Richie and Diana could not possibly have guessed that, as the last notes of their lovey-dovey evening were played out, it would explode into violence with the singer beaten and blood spilled. With his words, "I've never loved anyone else but you," ringing in her ears, Brenda turned into a Rambolina and crashed through the glass front door, leaving smashed debris behind her. In a fury, she went for her husband as he stood with Diane in her living room, kicking him hard in the stomach. Then she turned on the other woman, kicking and screaming to reclaim her man. A neighbor at the plush Beverly Hills apartment says, "When I entered the apartment, I saw Diane pinned under another woman who was hitting, kicking, and pulling Diane by her hair. The other woman's leg was bleeding. There was blood on the hardwood floor. Diane's roommate woke up and was standing there too. There was nothing we could do but call the police." Brenda was frantic. I could hear the pain and frustration in her voice. She kept shouting something about Lionel, Lionel. It took 6 police officers to pull Brenda off Diane. As they dragged her away, she was still shouting, Lionel, Lionel, help me. But there was no Lionel around. There were handfuls of Diane's hair that one officer put in a plastic bag as evidence. A shocked Diane, a former waitress at the Malibu Omelette Parlor, was led off by paramedics. She complained of pain in her face, head, neck, and left side, but declined medical treatment. Police Lieutenant Robert Curtis says Lionel Richie was kicked in the stomach area by Brenda and left. He was not at the scene when the patrol cars arrived, but he later telephoned the police station. Brenda Richie was taken to Cedars-Sinai Hospital, where she was treated for a minor cut on her leg. She sustained that injury when she kicked a glass panel out of the victim's floor-level window. Later, at the Beverly Hills station, Brenda was booked for corporal injury to a spouse, resisting arrest, trespassing, vandalism, battery, and disturbing the peace. She was released on $5,000 bail. One of Diane's friends says Diane's affair with Richie has been going on since they met in 1984, when she was a dancer at the Olympic closing events. He set her up in a Malibu beach house, called her every day, and visited whenever he was home in Los Angeles. The friend says Diane was around during the making of Lionel's Dancing on the Ceiling music video and We Are the World production. Exactly how Brenda discovered details of the love affair is not known, but the friend says Brenda either had a private investigator following Lionel or was tipped off by someone who saw him out on the town with the other lady. Rumors that Lionel and some other lady wanted to start a family most likely sent her over the edge. Lionel told Diane that Brenda cannot have children and that he wanted children very much. He and Diane talked about having a family. It wasn't just a casual fling. A Hollywood insider says, I've seen Lionel with this lady several times. She's very beautiful. They were at the St. James Club about 3 weeks ago with 3 other people in their group. About 8 weeks ago, I sat at a table almost next to them at Mark's restaurant. They were gazing into each other's eyes, touching hands, laughing. Richie, who publicly says his wife has inspired all his love songs, has made more than $25 million in record deals and commercials during his marriage. Brenda would stand to receive half in any divorce settlement. A Richie family source says Brenda's jealous and possessive nature is well known. She's also quick to point out she's been with Lionel through thick and thin since he was just starting out and living in a van. Professionally, he's made changes with a new record producer, and personally, he's implied to friends that there will be changes there too. Brenda's going to burn him now. Brenda did not respond to attempts to reach her, and Richie's spokesperson Howard Brandy says Lionel is unavailable for comment. Girl, somebody should have told Lionel and Diane, Karma ain't playing with you. He was cheating around on Brenda since 1984, mind you. Married that side chick in 1996, and when that home record was done with him in 2004 and filed for divorce, she said, "Can I get a scoop of half that fortune, please? Because I got needs, baby. I need $125,000 a year for Miles, their firstborn son, who was about 7 or 8 at the time. $15,000 to $20,000 a month just to visit him there. And guess what? I also need $15,000 more a year for Sophia, which is their daughter, who was about 5 at the time, to pay for her boarding school. And if you think that's outrageous, wait till you hear this part. Her court declaration also lists a yearly expense of $20,000 for plastic surgery, as well as monthly expenses of $15,000 for clothing, shoes, and accessories, $3,000 for dermatology treatments, and $1,000 for laser hair removal on a monthly basis. Thank you very much. Mrs. Richie at the time spent $600 each on hair, Pilates, massages, plus therapy, $500 on her trainer, $450 on facials, $250 on nails, and $150 on electrolysis. She's also demanding another fortune for quote-unquote accessories and even a special jewelry fund. But let's put some icing on this karma, baby, because how that saying go? You lose them how you got them. Not only was Lionel still cheating once he, according to him anyway, started touring again, but she cheated on him too. Yes, baby, Diane cheated on Lionel too, which according to insiders made him furious. Oh, so now you mad. And the story gets wilder because listen up. There was a time when Diane was selling some type of anti-aging concoction, some type of anti-aging cream or injection. I forgot what it was, but it was not FDA certified, not FDA approved, baby. And she was doing that right out of their house and selling it to other celebrities, some well-known celebrities, mind you, like Priscilla Presley, which is Elvis Presley, ex-wife, and some of these celebrities ended up with some serious side effects, including Priscilla. Things got so out of hand that Diane ended up in jail for this. I think she spent like a day in there. So karma came a-knocking for real, for real. And some insiders claim that Lionel got her lover deported, allegedly back to his hometown. And just in case you didn't know, Brenda Richie won in bigger ways than that butt whooping he had coming to him, because her name is on all the Commodore's recordings and all of his hits up to 1988. As a songwriter, mind you, so she's getting major royalties forever. Boom! This is Shima K, here to make your day.